here we're getting ready with our 1976 Topps Football Cello Pack. We're going to get the random. While. Hey Ginger, how are you? So it doesn't surprise me, Lou, that we sold it out very quickly. So 7 on the randomizer. We're going to randomize the name 7 times. This is an amazing fact here as we're randomizing the list 7 times. We listed a 1986 Fleer basketball set break. It sold out yesterday. It was only listed the day before, late in the evening. So once again, our second 1986 Fleer basketball set break in a row at vintagebreaks.com sold out in less than 24 hours. And yeah, it's fun. And the reason I'm bringing it up is, for some folks, buying the unopened, albeit is extremely fun to watch, it may not be their cup of tea. So what we've been finding is the set breaks really represent a great way for vintage collectors to enter the marketplace to partake in, quote unquote, a vintage break at not just a level price point wise that they're comfortable with, but also in terms of the actual proposition itself. So in other words, when you open a 75 Topps mini pack, which we're going to do in a few minutes, we might pull a George Brett that's PSA 10 quality. We might not get a George Brett at all. But if we did a 1975 Topps set break, someone's guaranteed to win that George Brett rookie. And so it's kind of to each their own. It's the same thing, you're right, centering versus not centering, getting a sharp card. It really just depends on what your budget is and what you're looking for. Oh, absolutely. And I think that as the guys in the office say, there's real entertainment value, apparently, when I put on the goggles and I start busting out the tools. Hey, listen, to me, I just see some goofy guy busting out packs from PSA holders. But folks apparently enjoy the show, and I'm hoping for Halloween this year that'll be none other than our good friend Ricky Vaughn from Major League, i.e. Charlie Sheen. I have some things in the works where absolutely. I have the Charlie Sheen jersey. The Ricky Vaughn jersey, and then I'm going to have the black tape in the middle. I'll have slightly different glasses, and I'm hoping to come out to Wild Thing, for the Halloween episode. You know what, Lou? I love that because your first name is Lou, and on top of that, you are the skipper, right? You're behind the glass. No, this is great. I love it. We're going to have a Halloween. Now, what are Tom and Rico going to dress up as? Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So we're going to start opening the pack. The list has been randomized for everyone to see. Jason M. gets the first card right on top. Dennis, you get the last card on bottom there. We're going for a Walter Payton rookie. Even a 9 brings really nice money. An 8 is hundreds. A 7 is still a couple hundred. 6 is still a great card. So, really, a Payton in any condition would be fantastic. You see, with all those shards flying, this is why it's safety first. Whew. Got a good chunk of that one. So I see we have our good friends Jim and Michael are on YouTube watching us, along with Ginger. Ginger's saying I should just dress up as myself and dress up as Vince Vaughn. Now I've had that before, but that may work. All right. Wait, get out of here! It really is? Oh, that's wonderful. Well, we'll have to work that out. I have to figure out. I'm planning to take my son trick-or-treating. We started doing it last year. He's 3.5 going on 4 this December. But we'll make it work, especially now that it's on Halloween. That's going to be great. Yep. Yes. That's great. Wow. I can't wait to text Tom and Rico later and ask them what they're going to be. Okay. Here we go. We have our 1976 Topps Football Cello Pack. For the folks that are new to the show, when we bust them out of the PSA holders, we do take that PSA slip, we send them off to PSA quarterly, and they adjust the pop report for those PSA pack collectors out there. I loved listing this pack because of him on the front. I mean, he looks like, wait, we're going to play football today? What? I'm confused. So I want to make sure that our friends on YouTube know we do appreciate your support, but in just a few minutes, we are going to ask our first trivia question live on our Vintage Breaks PSA show. But in order to win, you have to provide the right answer on PSA's Facebook page through the live show. All right, great. This is pack number 9. John, I need to hear hit the local recording.
I do.
Okay, great. Okay, good luck to everyone in on this break. First card, as we know, is Mr. John Reeves and his hairdo. Great. So we're going to use our little vintage breaks marker here to cover it up to keep the suspense, Lou. I think it's more fun that way. Okay. So this was an instrumental member. If I'm not mistaken, he was on the 72 Dolphins, Dick Anderson. He was, I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer. He might be, Lou. In football, more so. That's for sure. I know who that is. Nick Mike Mayer is Falcon and card number 3. This is going out to Michael. Ted has 3 cards coming up in a row. You know, it's funny. We have a couple guys here who swear when they buy into our football breaks that all they get are kickers. And lo and behold, card number 4 going out to Ted H is, yep, another kicker. Greg Bingham. So cards have been decent so far. Centering isn't quite there on Mr. Bingham. That is also yours, Ted. You're getting one more, and then we're going to switch over to Brian. Wow, this is a nice card. So this is an Otis Taylor that looks to be the nicest card that we've got in the pack so far. So for those of you who are out there and have access, or Chris in the office, you want to check out psacard.com for their pop report, would love to know the pop for Otis Taylor, former receiver for the Chiefs. It's card number 362. This card looks spot on. Beautiful. Card number 7, former Packer, Alvin Matthews, going out to Brian D. Little OC. Isn't that amazing how quickly the centering can change? So almost certainly, Lou, you're correct in the sense that, yeah, when you're looking through, if it's 1 or 2 cards that don't have the logos, then I would say that was just accidental. But it looks like they had the player's license, but maybe not the league license. Yep, exactly. Larry Walton. Card number 9 going out to you, Jim. Card 10 is coming up just underneath the gum, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. You know, I've been reading some things about, well, not so much gum, because if you read about old gum, you might not chew it. Here you go, Alan Page, Hall of Famer. But I was thinking about, so we were talking about advertising, for example, our next big event for, for a pack opening. Wow, it's a nice card. Not quite, not quite 10 material because the centering is just a hair off left to right, but it looks like it has potential 9 material, and that's a gorgeous card. Yeah, oh, totally, with the fro and everything. Oh, wow, here we go. So we got a couple Steelers coming up. This is card number 11. This is going out to you, Ted, as well as the next card. Very sharp card, former center. Just a hair off center, top to bottom. Card 12, Hall of Famer, LC, Greenwood. I like it. Yep. Was it him or Mean Joe Green, or was it both? Okay. Okay. Card number 13. That's pretty low, relatively speaking, because if you go over to the set registry at psacard.com, thanks, Charles. Someone else on YouTube was mentioning the same thing, that, there's a lot more than 7 folks that would be interested in that card in high grade. If you look at the set registry for 1976 Topps Football on psacard.com. So Man of Steel was asking us, Lou, how much it cost to buy into this break. This break was $27.50 a card, and it sold out relatively quickly because we haven't had 76 Topps Football in. Ooh, here we go, nice hit. Franco Harris, Hall of Famer. This is his, I think, his third or fourth year because his rookie was 73. Yep. Well, I just, I deal with cards a lot, so I'm sure people ask you the same thing on your Sirius show, Lou, about fantasy baseball. Well, how did you know? And you just kind of know after a while. That's true. That's true. That's fair. So we have Better Call Ron Saul right here. Right? I like that. Euler. Yeah, you're totally right. I mean, it looks like the last several cards. I haven't seen any team logos whatsoever. That's card 16. Huge. Oh, yeah. That was Mike. So next to last card is Ted. And that's going out to... I'm sorry, Ed White is going out to Ted. H. And we got one more card coming up there. Manny Fernandez, former Dolphin. Centering's pretty nice. Just a little bit of corner wear because it's the bottom card. That's pretty cool, Man of Steel. I'm glad that you found us and checked this out. So this is what our good buddy Mr. Russo had to say on YouTube. Topps decided to not pay NFL licensing fees, Lou, after the 1969 season. So beginning with 1970, there were no logos. Unbelievable.